So here we are on day 2. I just wanted to show the little opening sequence we used to get. The little thingy, darkness grows on the horizon, yada yada. Home space with the familiar candles. Halo around the candles, my online friend. I'm going to return to the game. Here I am back in Forest. I'm going to wander around Forest a bit here again. Still crap at the controls. But this time, unlike last time, I am actually going to go to the Cape kiosks. And that's basically what I keep saying Cape kiosk. That's basically what I want to show in this little section here. So I'm going to skip around to that because I don't do much else. Like many newbies, I have no clue what I'm doing. So here's our, that's the home shrine where you sit to go home. And then behind it is the cosmetic kiosks, which is where we used to get all of our cosmetics. So you'd go step on the little platforms and you'd see what's available in this area. And you can see I already have the 2 on the left, the 2 hairstyles on the left. And then the 1 is 3 hearts. Things were much more affordable back then. And then there's nothing there. There just wasn't anything there. Here, there is a cape available in Forest later. The green cape was at the end of Forest. Then different pants. Obviously, I've already got all of these pants or leggings. Masks. You can see I don't have one of those masks, but I have the other 2. Many of the cosmetics are still available in the same area, at least. Some of them have completely moved level or realm that they're in. And as this is still my first playthrough and I don't really know quite how I'm going to do things, I wasn't making a lot of friends right away. That's another thing about Sky as opposed to Journey or other games is you never have to play it straight through. So as you can see, I only went to Shores of Manna, which is Golden Wasteland, and then I'm just not going anywhere else. I'm not going on. So there's my Golden Wasteland or Shores of Manna, but I don't want to go there. But so I just kept on flipping between other levels and not really knowing what I was doing. So we're going to end up back in Forest and actually move on into Forest, and you'll see what Forest looked like in these early version. It's start to finish not that much different. Side to side it has changed quite a bit, but start to finish is pretty similar. It didn't change a whole lot. We still have this rainy scene that comes up here. No skip button on it. We begged for a skip button on this for so long because sitting through this every time just drove us crazy. And they waited quite some time before they gave it to us. Shiver emote was still to the left there. Don't know if I have it or found it in this run through. I'm trying to fly in the rain, but I don't know. And also, water didn't damage you back. I mean, it didn't take your wing, stars or anything like that. It didn't actually cause damage and death, which it does now. It did drain your flight, though, as you can see. So now I have no light. But unlike, I don't have that little flame going dark that's going to mean I start losing anything, because I'm not going to. Okay. You also, as you notice, you don't have the little button to fly or anything like that. It's just a very different control scheme here than what we currently have. Waiting to charge. Which I should be familiar with. I played Journey. I understand the idea of cape charge and everything. So now we're going to attempt to move on. I'm not, it's hard to remember exactly what was going on here. Like I said, I think the controls were an issue. So I'm going to head over and see, we do have this emote over here that I'm pretty sure I just went to see. Oof. And this, of course, was long before you had carry emotes and had to do any sort of quest for an emote. You just lit the thing and you got the emote sequence once you lit all the candles. Oh, this one, okay, this one did have a little bit of a quest. Oh gosh, things I don't remember. A little bit of a quest. Lighting the candles along the way. So this hasn't changed then, has it? Because you still do this little quest to go through this gate. So the shiver was still in the next area. This was the only one that was like that, I think. There might have been others. I feel like such a noob just watching this. It's like, oh my God. I was so confused. I was not sure I liked the game at first, certainly. The first several weeks, I did not know if I liked the game at all. Here's another candle to light along our little quest. Weeping Forest. Protect your light, the secret awaits. There's our bird up there again. And this is supposed to bring up the emote, so I'm not exactly sure if it was bugged or if I already had it or what was going on here. So that's not exactly working like it should. The emote, the shiver emote should be coming up. Basically the same animation that already was there, is there today. So moving right along. I'm so noob, it's so cute. It's so frustrating, it's like, move on. I'm just trying to explore. I do remember I was trying to just look around everywhere because I'm not real good at doing that. So I was just trying to really look around and see if I could figure anything out, find anything new by myself. Now remember, there were no guides back at this time. There were 0 guides. All we had was a Facebook group. And I hated Facebook, still do hate Facebook. I ended up on the Facebook group with a basically a created account, fake account, not me, and just to, because that's where we did bug reports. There's also, I think, there's a bug report thing in Test Flight, which is the app we used. So this is not an emote at this time. That is where an emote moved to later. The hide and seek emote moved there later on. We did have more candles laying about, but remember that this was the only way to collect candles, was to light candles. There was no in-app purchases. at all. Early before this time, before March, they had put candles in the store for free, and so some people had like a gazillion candles from that. But by the time I started playing, there was no other way to get candles but by collecting them in the world. And so, they did have more candles available at the time. They took a bunch out as global launch came. As you can see, rain does still drain the Cape. Water didn't. Rain did, water didn't. So like in Wasteland or Manna as it is now, the water didn't cause damage. So it was kind of a joke. I made this mention once, and I remember, so I'm sure other people did too, that it's funny that the rain damages us, but we can stand in water. So that did change, obviously, now. When it's raining, the water drains you, and in Wasteland, the water drains you. I'm skipping a lot of stuff to burn. And I'd already been through this, so I think I was just trying to find anything new. So that's why I'm kind of really slow about it. Whoops, I'm out of light again. You see, there's so few people around. I did end up running into more people eventually. I'm not quite sure. Oh, because I'm out of flame. I'm out of light. And used to be a time when just standing in shelter, you would eventually get some light back. Yeah, I don't have the Shiver emote, so that must have been broken. You can see Shiver is gray. There's another player. Very friendly player. Ha ha ha. Oh yeah, and all this dark stuff to burn. There wasn't a lot of this dark stuff around at the time. I just noticed those emotes up at the top, and I don't know what that was signifying. It's interesting, I never noticed that before. I was pretty oblivious of losing light. This annoying dark stuff. I don't think I was aware that this stuff existed all the way back here at this time. I think I thought that came more recently, or more later. But there it is. So this is this 15th of March, 2018. I do not remember this being blocked here, but apparently it was. Now this is familiar. This is still kind of the same. You have your manta up there to free up ahead. And this is pretty much where I left here for some reason. I don't know if I just didn't record or what happened, but this is where I left off in Forest. So I will continue with Valley in the next video. So please join me for that, and thank you for watching.